It bothered him. Can't play baseball. He's saying how many people are bulging. How many people play center field for the New York Mets? All right, so let's see. All right, so Brandon Nimmo, two bulging dicks. Look, we'll see. Now, as far as, people coming in, Alex Bregman said he trimmed down from 215 to 195, and he's trying to focus on his mobility. That means he's trying to run away from reporters. That's what that means. So look, Bregman saw his stolen bases fall for a second straight year. Dropped from 10 in 2018 to only 5 last year. Okay, so the strength of the Astros lineup from top to bottom. Andy said the other night when she was doing a show with Kevin Hastings that why run if you have such a powerful lineup? And that's true. The Astros lineup from top to bottom puts a limit on how much Bregman's going to run. But even a slight bounce back in steals would help compensate for some, expected regression in the power department. He hit 41 home runs last year. Okay, and of course his role as the sign stealer scandal and all things. Here's another one who lost weight. And Miguel Cabrera said Monday he's back to his playing weight from 2015. He's eating more vegetables. So we got Cespedes playing with wild boars, and Cabrera. This is a great podcast, isn't it? Cespedes playing with boars, and Cabrera says he's eating more vegetables. You can't do the research that I do. It's impossible. He led the American League in both average and on-base percentage in the year that he weighed the same weight he's weighing now. Is that an analytic? Is that a sabermetric? Or is that just bulldinky? Is that just an old man talking? All right, so anyway, look. Last year, 281, only hit 12 homers. He's 37. He'll be 37 in April. He's got some nagging physical issues. So, but still, like I said, you got to take this guy. Because you know why? Because the weight loss that he achieved, it's not that he's, it's going to help him, but it shows his dedication, his motivation, and look, and they still owe him $124 million the next 4 years. So, holy cow, when are they going to stop with these stupid contracts? Okay, so Cabrera, and I've said on other podcasts that, that Cabrera is definitely someone that he's not getting drafted. Ohio Angels fan is here. Good morning. Taco is here. Good morning to Taco. Taco, White Sox Gal, has joined us. Good morning to the White Sox Gal. Taco will be here tomorrow. Tomorrow, Taco and King Hap, starting at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Please, all right, give these guys a break. They've been waiting for, about 22 years to get on our network, and our network is booming. By the way, for those of you who are waiting for a callback, please forgive us. A little overwhelming. This network thing is getting at is we have so many people who want to be on the network, and it's not that we're calling people back yet. Look, we'll get back to you. We're really interested in this, but we have so many things that it's crazy, and we're going away. So please forgive us. We'll get you on. We'll get you. This network is going to be bigger and better than ever before. And we had this before. Good morning to Mal Pal. But this time it's going to be better. And by the way, if any of you old network guys want to come back, come on back. I don't hold any grudges, right? Do I hold grudges? No, you son of a... no. If you want to come back and have some fun with the greatest chat room that ever existed, come on back. But you two guys are razzing it up with too many people, and you got the Eno Saris. Oh my God, Eno Saris. Oh my God, are you kidding me? He's a great guy, but Eno Saris he brags that he sees me. You see, but we got some guys here that, Eno Saris. Are you kidding me? You forget who got you into this thing, didn't you? You totally forgot. King Hap is here. We took you out of the chat room, and now you're bragging about Eno Saris. After I go visit him and take him and make him remember, I knew you when you were nothing, which was yesterday. All right, anyway, that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. And I'm not even mentioning any names. Yeah, I'm bitter. Are you kidding me? You would be too, right? I invested my money. Anyway, that's another. So I'm getting in my old age. Anything is allowed. Anything can happen now. Anything. I'm telling you right now. Don't start with me. All right. So anyway, here we go. So you got Cabrera. He's doing pretty good. Now, he had a miserable season last year. He only hit 12 homers, 56 RBIs. 136 games. He's motivated. I'll tell you, somebody else motivated. Now, is this going to make a difference in your thinking? Chris Davis, with a C, said that he packed on 25 pounds of muscle. He believes part of the reason his struggles have been so unbelievable is that he was playing too thin. So he wanted to try something different. At this point, he doesn't have to do much to improve. He only hit 172 and 874 clearances over the last 2 seasons. All right, I'm going to go Chris Davis. Anybody going to go $1? All right, he acknowledged Monday that he discussed the possibility of retirement, but instead he put on 25 pounds of muscle. And that's Chris Davis. So in a deep league, is there any way that you're going with Chris Davis? For $1. Craig Counsell, we talked about Ryan Braun, how he cheated Matt Kemp out of an MVP. Ryan Braun and Avisail Garcia will share playing time in right field. Christian Yelich, who was the primary right fielder in 2019, is going to slide over to left field. Now, Braun, we're talking about Braun, we're talking about Cabrera, we're talking about Chris Davis. There's no other podcast that's going to have Braun and Cabrera in the same podcast, okay? But Brian will also see time at first base, okay? Because, who knows? If he breaks down, then Justin Smoke will have some chance to play. Chapman, Oakland, Matt Chapman, he worked on his hitting mechanics throughout the offseason. He's trying to improve against elevated fastballs and off-speed pitches. So here's a guy who acknowledged his mistake. His career high at 36 home runs and 91 RBIs. You would think not too many things you got to work on when you got 36 home runs and 91 RBIs, right? But that's not true. He's 26. He slumped. Here's the thing about Chapman. He hit 194 in his last 58 games, okay, leaving him with a 249 batting average for the season. We all know that he's one of the best defensive third basemen, earned the Platinum Glove, Gold Glove, and the whole thing. As we mentioned early, Jonathan Villar expected to be the Marlins' opening day center fielder. He could get look, they have to see how he works out there first, though, all right? He has started just 8 games in the outfield, and they say he's the center fielder. He's an athletic player. He's got some skills. So expect Villar to pick up that extra spot in position eligibility early in the season because he'll be playing every day in the outfield. Now, Gene Segura, the talk in Philadelphia is that Gene Segura is expected to start at third base. Third base. Okay? So, you got Didi Gregorius at second. No competition. Segura and Scott Kingery are going to split time at second base and third base in some combination. But the feeling is that they like Segura at third. However, what does that mean? We expect to see Alex Bohm. If he impresses in the minors, he could claim the third base job. And that means that Segura will play second. And then Scott Kingery, who's going to wear contact lenses this year, he had some blurry vision, and it affected him last year. He went through a series of tests and contact lenses, so he could have another breakout season. He had a good year last year, but look, whatever. That same fellow who called me yesterday about Cespedes also asked about Ross Stripling, and he experimented with a new grip on his changeup And some results have been encouraging, but he threw his changeup less than 15% of the time last year, and opposing hitters hit 269 against that pitch. That's not good. Not good, okay? So Stripling working on a changeup, and that could be a major difference. Segura's getting old. Better at second base. Segura's a great sleeper, all right? So there you go. All right, Chappie in the chat rooms. Sounded off, doing a great job. King Hap, as I say, is here. Wednesday, Outlaw Seal is here. Wednesday, King Hap and Taco. You don't want to miss it. 7 o'clock. King Hap says he's bringing in a whole bunch of people into the... We'll see. Yeah, new people. As long as the old people stick around. I'm talking about old people, right, Unholy? Right, George? Now, Brendan Rodgers, who I keep talking about, he could get some at-bats as a designated hitter this year. He's still recovering from his season-ending procedure that he required last July to repair the labrum in his right shoulder. So that's on the Rockies. And here's another Rocky that you gotta worry, that you gotta pay attention to. I promoted this by saying that I promoted this by saying we have a new player, a new stolen base guy that you gotta pay attention to. Somebody new who's declaring that he wants to steal a lot of bases. Okay? He wants to steal bases. And I'm talking about Ramil Tapia, who says that he wants to steal. Now, if you take a look at this guy, you would think that all he can do is steal bases. But Tapia absolutely wants to play, and he wants to steal, and he wants to run. Right? So, interesting to see what happens. Tapia, he runs, he's very quick. Can he harness it? He's 26 years old. He's expected to share time in left with Ian Desmond. And this year, he says, I want to improve on the bases, and I look to steal 30 bases. Ramil Tapia. In Colorado, he's not looking to hit 30 home runs. He wants to steal 30 bases. Last year, he played 138 games, 426 at-bats. He only had 9 stolen bases, and he got thrown out 3 times. In 255 career games, he only has 17 steals. But in single A, he had 33. So we know that the raw potential is there. So, look, he's got to have a higher on-base percentage. His career on-base is .311. He needs to be closer to .350. And the Rockies are working with Tapia. And here's the deal. Increasing his confidence. That's what they're trying to do. The Rockies ranked 8th in the National League last year with 71 steals and 69-plus stolen base percentage, ranked 8th as well. So there you go. So there's a lot going on in Colorado, and it's not just the home runs. Lenny Melnick right here. Don't forget, Sunday we have the fantastic Lady and the Legend show. And please, if you could, even if you don't get Sirius Radio, I mean, load it up with some phone calls, for goodness gracious. Got some great callers last week. Always love the calls. The phone number, once again, is 888. Write this down, man. You got to take this phone number because we'll be on Sunday, 888-963-2682. All right? You don't want to miss it. Not 3, 9682. I got to type right. All right? 888-963-2682. All right. Anybody else in the chat room? You see Andrea. Andrea had to go out early this week. Keith Robinson. Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Robinson. Where is Keith Robinson from? He's from the great state of Cleveland. So with the great state of Cleveland, what do? You're talking now about Francisco Lindor. All right? You got to talk about Francisco Lindor from the great state of Cleveland. Now, here's the thing. They are actually negotiating. Lindor's been the topic of conversation for a long time. And we've always felt that if Cleveland gets off to a bad start, then Francisco Lindor will be traded. But I'm taking the position now they are actually talking for an extension with Francisco Lindor.